Hi, this is Toby, and welcome to Haworthias for beginners and amateurs. Haworthia is another southern African succulent that closely resembles aloes and also has some characteristics of gasteria, which is there. And let's take a brief look at these wonderful plants, which are a great beginner's plant as well. With Haworthias, there are mainly two types of Haworthias. The ones that they call the window plants, such as these, where when light shines through, it goes through these what they call windows and go into the parts of the plant which photosynthesize, which is usually located underground in the wild. And there's these non-window ones. This is Haworthia attenuata, or sometimes they call it Haworthiopsis. And there is a wide range of variety of Haworthias. You can probably see them in your local home improvement store or anything, and they're very common to get and they're not that hard to care for. With Haworthias, they are sometimes seen as indoor plants, and that shows that it can tolerate a wide range of lighting. However, I'd not recommend putting your Haworthias in direct sun for too long, as you may scorch them or stress them. When they are stressed, they do behave similar to gasteria, as they show reddish tinges on them. But with proper care, they'll stay a nice green for you like this. And with Haworthias, I recommend that you grow them in the shade, as you can see here, or you can grow them next to a sunny windowsill. I have them here and they seem to be doing fine. With Haworthias, you usually have the easier to care for ones, and then you got the harder ones to care for. So things like Haworthia attenuata or Haworthia cooperi, pretty sure that's cooperi, they're relatively easy to care for. You keep them as an indoor plant, nothing wrong with that. They'll do fine. If you overwater them a bit, they're not gonna die. But you also got some variegates that are not too hard to care for. This is Haworthia attenuata verd. You can see right there, and you can see new growth is variegated, and you can see it's throwing a flower spike there. But there are also the ones that are hard to care for. This is sorry, not euphorbia. This is Haworthia morganii, I think. And you also have Haworthia truncata, which is the one that usually the leaves are side by side, just a little row, and it looks really good. And these are usually slightly harder to care for than these. Generally, with Haworthia, I would recommend watering no more than once a week. If you water a bit more frequent, they're not going to die. They're pretty strong, and the temperatures, just don't expose them to frost and they should be fine. They may get a bit of tip damage if the weathers are too cold, but as long as you keep them dry, you don't have to worry about them rotting. And if you give them a good draining soil mix, they most likely will not rot for you. Propagation of Haworthia is fairly easy. It's very similar to gasteria, where you pull the little plantlets off the base. You can see here on verd, I'm growing a couple new little plants at the base. You guys can see in there, there are little plantlets coming out. You can just separate them and they'll root very easily. Or, if you're more adventurous, you can grow by seed. I hope you enjoyed this brief look at Haworthia, and I do recommend you guys go and buy some of these genus and try them out yourselves. Very easy to care for. They won't really die on you that easily, and you have lots of joy, even if you're just starting out with the hobby, or you're an experienced collector and you want to look for some cool variegates or hybrids. So thank you for watching this video. Please leave a comment if you have any questions, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.